Really, the title of this video could be how to keep anything that you're making on track. And when I say on track, what I really mean is proving the same thing. What is the thing you're making trying to prove? If it's not trying to prove anything and you just want to run a game, then published adventures are perfect for you. But here's a secret. Even those are trying to prove something because they're stories. A story that doesn't impart some kind of lesson, even if the lesson is sometimes there is no lesson, isn't really a story. If you were running Steven Spielberg's Jaws, the lesson would be, in order to overcome your fears, you must conquer them. What makes tabletop role-playing unique as a story is that your players are the ones that are going to prove it. That's the tricky part. You can't have an NPC running around your world solving all the problems. And I bet you feel intuitively why that would suck. But you can construct your game around it. Think of it this way. If you're trying to prove that even after the good guys lose again and again and again, it's still worth fighting, that can and should inform every decision you make when you're making your game, when you're prepping, when you're world building. And it makes it easier because it limits your options only to that which is relevant to what you're trying to prove. NPCs come first and easiest. You can make a character who embodies the opposite of what you're trying to prove. In this case, someone who believes that the fight is over and that there is no hope. That's your antagonist. That is the character who, at every turn, when given the opportunity to do the right thing, instead sides with whatever big bad evil force there is going on. Because they just don't believe that a better world is possible. That's your Darth Vader. While they might not be the one moving things behind the scenes, that's the force that your players are going to come into contact with the most. Next, make a character who believes in what you're proving but doesn't have the means to do it themselves. That's your party's first ally. Now you can make a version of the party that would exist if the point you're trying to prove isn't true. And those are your minor antagonists. Build the towns, build the factions, build the opposition as obstacles that the party must overcome in order to prove the point. Little by little, obstacle by obstacle, the party will overcome them and prove, definitively, that the good in the world is worth fighting for. Maybe you want to prove that absolute power corrupts absolutely, or that in the Game of Thrones you win or die, or you already have what you need, or even the freedom to make wrong choices is better than no freedom. Whatever it is, whatever the skeletal framework of your campaign is, everything else forms around it. If you use this tool, it will feel like things kind of start to write themselves. All you have to do is create obstacles that, when overcome, prove the thesis of your campaign. That's it. No need to overthink it. As your campaign unfolds, before you waste your time designing an encounter, a magic item, a narrative arc, ask yourself, does solving or acquiring this prove the point? If not, it's filler, and filler can be nice. One of the cool things about tabletop role-playing is that you can just soak in the world. You can have the dinner at the tavern, you can just exist. But if that's all the game was, it would suck. So filler is cool and can improve the experience of the game, but too much of it is bad. My patrons will have access to a worksheet to help keep things on track. Until next time, thank you for watching.